A telephone rang in my jacket pocket. My sister Viola said, "I just heard that a massive earthquake hit Haiti. Are you okay?" Thereby giving a name to the reality I was living. She was calling from Miami, which seemed so very far away at that moment. Yet her voice brought it so joyfully close. "I'm alive," I murmured, as if I were whispering in the ear of a feverish child. I had just stepped away from my blue forget-me-not hedges because my legs were shaking wildly from the trembling ground. "It's an earthquake," I immediately told my 30-year-old godson Daniel, who was installing a light fixture when the ground started shaking beneath our feet. "Quick, get off the stepladder." He flew down, miraculously landing on his feet. Then I yelled to the gardener, "Calixte, vite, vite, viens joindre nous," as he ran down the front steps of the house. I heard a rumbling like thunder coming from the earth's belly as it violently shook the plants, the car, the walls, and the pavement on which I stood that late afternoon. I heard the howls of neighbors. They sounded like an omen of collective human folly. Then the ground stilled, and for a few seconds it was eerily quiet. The sudden cutoff of Viola's call made my isolation even worse. I reached for the hand-sized transistor radio, which by habit I always carried with me, and heard the soothing voice of the Radio France international journalist informing listeners that at 4:52 p.m., the fault lines of the underbelly of Haiti had ruptured over the course of 40 seconds. It was an extremely violent seismic shift of 7.0 on the Richter scale, and it was merciless. The capital, Port-au-Prince, was leveled. The National Palace and most public, commercial, and industrial buildings were likely destroyed, and hundreds were feared dead under the debris of the city's tragically ill-prepared neighborhoods. Minutes later, the voice from France updated the number of dead to thousands. I was horrified. I thought of my friends, hoping they had been spared this tragedy. I ached for the thousands who had reportedly died. The scale of the destruction the journalist described was incomprehensible.